Alrighty, everyone, I am Blaze here. Welcome back. Let's talk about some of the big AAs that bards get in Shadows of Luclin. Alright, so this is a quick overview. We're going to talk about instrument mastery, singing mastery, all those. So we got about 14, I think, that are pretty big. There could be more, but that's my quick glance, my quick estimation. So let's get into it. So let's take a look at, I think the instrument mastery and all that is under special. Focus, there it is. Okay, so instrument mastery, what it is a passive ability that increases the instrument bonus of all your songs by 20% for 3 AA for the initial rank. I like this one the most. Because there's another one for singing skill, but there's not that many songs that utilize singing. So instrument mastery, a lot of the songs that I use contain instruments, and using the epic it'll be further modified. I can see this being huge for the HP regen. I can see this being big for the resist being put out, and a lot of other regards. And the next one I'll talk about is singing mastery, of course. So this also, it boosts the singing skill by 20% as opposed to just the instruments. And I think this is mostly useful for, say, your single target snare, or for, say, your damage shield singing skill songs. Like Psalm of Cooling, it can modify that, which there's not that much out there right now that can modify these significantly or extensively. Not sure there's that many other singing skill ones that are out right now. Yeah, not really. Oh, I know another one. Psalm of Mystic Shielding, that's singing too. So it'll boost the MR that comes off of this as well as the HP regen. That'll be pretty nice. And another one is Jam Fest. The passive ability increases the effective casting level of your songs by 1 level. And this bonus improves that. It basically makes your songs, all of your songs, more powerful as if you leveled up. So that's a really nice thing, and it increases the chance of disarm and pick locks and disarm traps and cures and dispels will work. So those are all the big ones. Well, there's one more, but it's number 12 on the list that I have on my own priority set. It's called Reaching Notes. And what Reaching Notes is, so this kind of confused me. It says disabled. It doesn't mean that you're not allowed to pick the AA. All it means is that it's an effect you can turn on or off, and right now it's off. So what Reaching Notes does is it's a passive ability that when you turn it on, it extends the radius of your songs by 10%. Your beneficial songs by 10%. So that means your mana song will have more range, or all your offensive buffs, all that will have more range, which would be pretty nice. Now, let's talk about the next one. So let's go up and take a look at combat agility, combat stability, all that. Alright. So that's under general. So these ones, they're more about survivability. And it's really important as a bard that you do stay alive. So natural durability increases your health derived from stamina by 2%. Combat agility increases melee avoidance. Stability increases the armor class soft cap. And is there any other ones, really? Those are pretty straightforward. Innate run speed, okay. So innate run speed would be right here, actually pretty cheap. And it just increases the base run speed, doesn't stack with movement spell effects, but this could be helpful to get away, or almost as sort of a replacement for J-boots, I imagine. It might actually get faster than J-boots. The next one is mental clarity. And that's, where is that one? Here it is. It's an archetype. So there's a cap of 15 for flowing thought equipped items, but you can make it go even higher with mental clarity, because this will stack with the flowing thought cap. Quick Flowing Thought Cap. So this increases your mana regen by 1 point. So I'm definitely going to be putting some points into that so I can perma charm and I can get flowing fading memories back quicker when Planes of Power comes out. The next one is Scribble Notes. This one isn't critical, but I just like it because of its convenience sake. I do a lot of song swapping on the fly, and this just reduces the amount of time that takes you to memorize a song by 50%. So if you have the wrong resist song up for a fight, you can instantly swap it out. Or if you're on the run and you're kiting a mob and you need to swap out a different song, this lets you do it quicker, which I can see as being quite useful. Next is Combat Fury. So these are the ones that are going to be about boosting melee DPS. And I think that is under Archetype. Yeah. So, Combat Fury. This passive ability increases the chance of performing a critical melee hit with all skills by 50%. So that could boost DPS. I could see that definitely boosting DPS. Of course, like Finishing Blow, it only works up to mobs. Its initial level only works up to level 50 or below mobs. They have 10% less health. Grants your critical melee attacks a 50% chance to deal basically a killing blow, 16k damage. So I don't know if there's a higher rank of it, but that would be pretty nice. And now let's take a look at the next one. That would be, already mentioned, Reaching Notes. Let's talk about Innate Metabolism and Fear Resistance. Innate Metabolism is I think it's just 1 point. Passive ability reduces your food and drink consumption by 110%. That's huge. So if you like to use stat food, this will definitely save you some money. I can see that, at least putting 1 point in that. It's only costs 1 point. It's not a whole lot. And Fear Resistance. Fear Resistance is where? Archetype. This passive ability grants you an additional 5% chance to resist most fear spells and increases the chance of breaking fear earlier. So I could see that one being useful. Now, those are sort of the ones that I consider to be critical. There's some other ones, say that boost your riposte skills, the chances of counterattacking, the chance of doing a double riposte. That's pretty cool. Ooh, Physical Enhancement. That might be worth doing as well. Yeah, I need to add that onto the list. That'll increase your survivability. And I can see there's other ones like Innate Spell Resistance. This costs a lot, but it increases all your major resistance by 2 points. That can be very helpful. As well as there's one that increases the amount of innate regeneration, increases your hit point regeneration, which is really nice. And I think that's pretty much all the major ones that I wanted to mention. Yeah. So thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.